Can you feel the Schadenfreude? What ho, my little peoples, you weird little sort of Che followers. I love you all really, but yeah, you're kind of weird. But anyway, hello, and I'm here. Finally, Chayification's back, and we're bringing you another TF2 video. As promised, this is going to be the one before the Brink videos, because I'm going to be playing that a lot, I should think. And we're here playing as Mr. Medic himself on a bit of Hoodoo. A bit of Hoodoodoodoooooo. Hoodoo, a diddly doo doo a doo. And we're playing all three parts of Hoodoodoodoo today. We've got part 1, part 2 and part 3, which is nice because I don't often get the chance to have a 3-part sort of video-y sort of thing coming out, because often they either take flipping ages, one point takes yonks, or one point takes really quick and it's not worth putting up and all this. But we've got quite a good balance today. They're about 3 minutes around-ish, average of about 3 minutes around, so I thought, you know what, sod it, I'll chuck them all on there and we'll get going. So today is quite a good day. It's Wednesday today, and we've obviously got 2 days to go until Brink comes out in the UK. It's out in America right now. Got very, very, very mixed reviews, but I shall explain a bit more on that later on. But I am here. It is a Wednesday, and it is my day off. Thank God for that. Oh my good lord, I bloody hate fucking work. But anyway, it is my day off, which is nice. And I'm sat here, tea in one hand. I would say microphone in the other, but that's on my head, and my other hand is free. It's not doing a lot at the moment. It's fiddling with a knife. Yeah. Yes, I have a knife here. It's just a pen knife, you know, something to fiddle around with. And we're drinking tea, like I said, and it's nice. It's a nice, relaxed day, and I'm enjoying myself. It's been a bit of an odd week, in all fairness. It's been a bit of an odd week, but I will obviously be explaining that at another time, probably tomorrow, actually. Yes. Well, no, technically Friday, but to me it'll be tomorrow. But anyway, moving on. Moving swiftly on. So we've managed to make our way to the end of the first part of Hoodoo. We've cleared the first point, we're on to the second point, and we're doing rather well. I've just used an Uber. Generally, it was a bit of a wasted Uber, I guess, but it helped, because, you know, it did help. We got the point in the end, which was nice, and we got top frag of 17 points. Now medics tend to always get, if there's a medic on the team, 90% of the time they will be first, because the majority of what medics do is they just reap everyone else's kills, which is fine, I don't mind doing that, but that's essentially what they do. They just kind of run around and heal at appropriate times to get a point. Which is nice, you know. So I did waste an Uber here. I thought the Pyro was going to do a heck of a lot more damage than he actually did. So I decided, sod it, there's not a lot going on outside as far as I'm aware. So I used the Uber, and we Ubered to 3 people at the same time, which was fun as well. You know, I've already got the Uber however many people at the same time achievement. In fact, I did get the Big Farmer achievement earlier on the map before this, and I did consider putting that one up instead of this one, but I thought this one had a bit more going on. The other map was a bit dull. So like I said, we're on Hoodoo, and in my opinion, Hoodoo is a very, very good, it's a very, very good and very well made set of maps. It's a very good payload map. I like the way it gets progressively harder. If you're against a decent team, it gets progressively harder. Part 1 is pretty damn easy. Not a lot goes on part 1, but part 2 is where it starts to get a bit more of a mission. You know, you've got the first part here, unfortunately I do get killed there, but you get the first part here, which is fairly simple, it's fairly open, so there's not many places which they can get decent sentry nests up until you get to part 2. You know, because it's so open, because there's this main corridor-y sort of thing, which is closed off by windows and whatever, there's no really substantially amazing place you can get a sentry gun in this open bit until you get to the tunnel, is where it gets a bit harder. This bit's got so many different routes, and it's very open, like I said, so it's very easy to... Oh, I'm yawning now. It's very easy to get around. If they've got a nice sentry nest in here, though, where we are now, that's where it starts to get a bit harder. And I will admit that there, it does get a bit harder, but they haven't got anything here, so we managed to push through. In all honesty, they've got a pretty bad defense, actually. The majority of their team are attacking classes, which is a bit weird. You know, they've got quite a few Demomen and Pyros floating around and things like that. So it's not so bad, you know. It's not so bad. We get quite far. Ah, sip of tea. That's nice. And we're pushing forward. Now, generally, when I play medic, I'm not a very. I hang around generally at the front lines, as most medics do, to be honest. But I don't just hang around now. I don't sit at the back and just heal people willy-nilly. I actually often have a tendency just to run in randomly and go and save someone who's right in the front line, right in the middle of everything. I have a tendency to do that. Now, annoyingly, there I did actually click the Uber button there, but it didn't quite. It's one of those times where it doesn't quite register, which is extremely annoying, because you know it's like, right, Uber, and then you die, and it's like, hang on a sec, I could have sworn I clicked Uber. I clicked it. A second later, it still wasn't on, and I died, and it was a bit of a pain. We could have had a nice push, but we didn't need it, really. There's not a lot going on out here. It's all a bit empty, to be honest. And all we've got to do is push a car into this indestructible shed here. This wooden indestructible shed, may I add. Don't know where that goes. It's just darkness in there. And we decide to go into Uber or a sentry gun. Shame it doesn't give me Uber, but yeah. Well, I suppose it is a sentry gun, so I can't complain. But we come second that time, with 16 points, I think that was. Could have been 17, I can't quite remember now. I know it was just on screen, but I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking about me Uber soaring sentry guns. Why would I be looking at my points? It's just ridiculous. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm a bit of a risky medic. Like I am with a heavy, I'm a brave medic, I should probably say, is probably the best term. I have a tendency to run in and be a bit of a pain. I'm just kind of strafe around and dodge. It's good fun. But medics are one of those classes which are extremely annoying in the case of when they're actually shooting at you with their needle gun. It's just like constant hitting, and it's just like, oh god, sod off, you pain in the ass. But at the same time, they're also 90% of the time they're the #1 target. Well, if I'm on the map, you're my #1 target. If I see a medic, I will go for that medic. I've got a spy here somewhere. I don't know where he goes, but if I see a medic, I will kill it. I will try to kill it, I should probably say, because a lot of the time we won't actually kill it, so I'd fail and all that. But yeah, we get a nice kill on the scout regardless. But here we go. We're coming into the part 2 of part 3 of Hoodoo. It was all getting a bit confusing. Hoodoodoodoooooo, and we're doing quite well. Now, like I said, we've got these all 3 parts. We've got Brink coming out soon, so this is probably going to be the last TF2 video for 1 or 2 weeks, I should think. 1 or 2-ish, I should probably say. 1 or 2 weeks. So yeah, we're probably going to be playing quite a bit of Brink. So expect some Brink videos, but please give them their chances. You know, don't just ignore them because they're Brink. I know you guys enjoy the TF2s most, because that's generally why you subscribe to me, but you know, give them a chance, because they are very similar games. You know, they both run off the class-based sort of fights and things like that. So they're very similar, and I'm generally looking forward to getting some gameplay out, something a little bit different, and something I probably will stick with, because you know, I did bring out a couple of Crisis videos, but I never actually stuck with it as much as I enjoyed it. But yeah, okay. Well, I'll bring out a review, but I'm not going to be one of these reviewers that compares it to you know what, but a crappy frickin' Call of Duty. If you didn't know, I can't stand those games. They annoy me to hell, they really do. But that's what we're going to be. We're going to bring out a review-ish sort of game, maybe on Friday, but maybe on Saturday. Expect one more video to come in before Brink in a couple of days' time. Probably won't be TF2, but expect one more just before. So I hope you enjoyed this bit of gameplay, guys. I did kind of ramble off a little bit on some various tangents, and I apologise for that, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. So I'll see you when I see you. When I see you.